Okay, we're live, I think. I don't know. Uh yeah, we're kind of sort of live, but not really. But we kind of are. That's about as good as I get. I have I got I don't understand these terminologies. They're so confusing these days. We is? No, that's not right. So hi, Kingpin's out there. Kingpin, if you want to jump in, you can. You're not required to, but if you want to, you're more than welcome. Nobody else is around. A little late tonight because I was busy setting up my new cell phone because I got a Galaxy Note 9, a new one for my birthday, and I got gift cards for my birthday too. So, uh, yeah. Today's the second, so happy every second matters as well. So, just throwing that out there. I know that's going on today. Did I do anything? Not really. I didn't really do anything today. Uh, Primarily because I did it yesterday. So, yeah. Yeah. As far as the phone, uh, family asked me what I wanted. I wanted, you know, one of those phones with the stylus because my Note 4 died and I was using a cheap, burner phone. In the meantime, which the Samsung Galaxy A01, I do not recommend that phone. The phone is garbage. The screen dies within a year. Don't get it. Okay, even if you need a burner phone to hold you over until you can afford, like a flagship phone, don't get it. Do not. It is not worth the money. You can only install like 4 apps, and that's it. So screw that phone. So I got the Galaxy Note 9. I got one new. Uh, did I pay an arm and a leg? No, because I got family got it for me for my birthday. I also got PSA gift cards for my birthday. So yeah. Uh, did I do anything for every second matters today? No, because I used the gift cards yesterday. If you're gonna ask what I got something. I got something which, when it gets here, I'm gonna do a video on. Go out in the backyard and do a video. So there's that. And I got more video. I got to get editing and on the ball with. So I'm working on that. It's just I'm just kind of taking a break this week. So start the video again. Daniel is harassing me with the $2 super chat, not Mountain Dew fun. Yeah, thank you, Daniel, for the super chat. But please, please stop with Mountain Dew. Please, no more. I can't take it. I can't take it, man. Come on, please stop. Please. Anybody wants to jump in, the link's at the top, pinned to the top of the live chat. You're more welcome to jump in, hang out. Roland Carvel says, "Good evening from Jacksonville, Florida." Yes, that's what JAX is, Jacksonville. He said not Mountain Dew. Yes, you said not Mountain Dew, but you still said Mountain Dew. Just, just say. All right. Anyways, wanky marshmallows out there. I, wanky. One of these days, you're gonna have to tell us why you came up with that, because that's hilarious. If you're gonna ask what the beverage of choice tonight is, I got Dr Pepper right next to me. You know, staple of the South. So that's what I'm drinking tonight. got some allergies. Uh, yeah, he did it for me. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, Rolos Carlos says I stick to the $200, $250 price range for phone because I'm a cheap bastard. I am too. I am too. But when the family asks me if I want a new phone, and they'll pretty much get me whatever I want. I don't go overboard, and I just tell them to get me something off eBay. One of the new, because you realize that even if the phone is a year or two old, it's still a decent phone. One, two, you're not going to pay full price. If you get it off like eBay or Amazon or whatnot, and three, you can still get some new in the box. So that's what I did. I got a 128 gigabyte Note 9, and I think the family paid only like $200 for it. So you know, it's just I needed something with a large screen and that can handle all the applications I use. Because remember, I do take video with my phone as well. So if I can't take video, it basically the phone doesn't serve a purpose. Video and pictures is what I use the phone for, as well as just talking and whatnot. So yep. The the love of my life out there, Gunpowder Beauty, and I'm kidding on that, but no, I really love her. But Jesse says I got that refreshing high quality H2O. I love that movie. The the Water Boy. That's a great movie. But yeah, what's going on with you guys? Anything interesting? Anything new? Anybody wants to jump in? Links at the top. I'll throw a poll out there so we can we can have something to talk about, or just kind of hang out. It's like it's gonna be an easy one. Even Jesse agrees with me. Best movie ever. It really was a good movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully one day she'll have good enough internet she can jump in and hang out with us again. I threw a poll out there for everyone. If anybody wants to, participate, hang out, I bought something. So my answer is yes. The blue dress is not in the possession yet. I have to order it. I am working on that. I don't know what size. It is on the list of things to do. Gunpowder Beauty says kids got her sick, so she's heading to bed soon. Just stopping by to say hi. All right. Well, I miss you, Gunpowder Beauty. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. I could just order something, and if it doesn't work, send it back. Yeah, I could do that. But as I said, I got PSA gift cards, so I did get something. I got something in a nice gauge variety instead of caliber, but it is a firearm. It is a firearm. And before you ask, is it Turkish? Most likely. Most likely. So I don't like it either. But the problem is when they're the only ones making the those type of guns these days. What do you do? No, that was the other day. That was the other day. And then family said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we forgot to give this to you." And yesterday they just handed me some gift cards. So it was like, okay, I'm going to PSA. So yeah. But remember, it if you go to PSA, the used guns they have for sale are like, the lowest one is like 279 if it's a handgun, and it's usually just, a burst of thunder 380. And I'm like, no, I don't want a burst of thunder. There's not a lot you can do with a burst of thunder. So turkey, boo. Sorry to my genes to have that reaction. Yeah, sure it is, Rollis. Shouldn't you be driving right now? So yeah, I don't have it in my possession yet. PSA, as I said, I got it from PSA because I had gift cards, and I just ordered it off of the website, yesterday. And I didn't have a lot in gift cards. I don't even know if they have any left. I think they're out. Let's see, they still have it on the website. All right, here it is. Give me a second. Oh, he has to be up early, so he's doing his break. Okay. All right. I got one of these. It's a semi-auto Turkish shotgun. That's it. 12 gauge. That's what I got. When will I get it? Probably in 2 weeks when they ship it from the warehouse to the store, and I'll go down to the store and pick it up. But as I said, I had gift cards, so that's what I got. Daniel, I'm not joining NEA's contest. I told you that already. That I got with gift cards. Okay. I don't have any money right now to buy a gun otherwise. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten that. I would have just gotten some, AR parts and built another AR because that's all I could have gotten with gift cards. And I'm not joining NEA's contest. I told you that already. So you asked what I got. I told you. You don't like it. Well, too bad. That's the one I'll be picking up, Sam of Anarchy. That's what I got with the gift cards. Of course, I'm gonna lose. See, Daniel, if I did join said said contest, one of two things would happen. In the process of gunsmithing it, I'd probably have to go to the hospital, or two, you know, I will lose because I didn't gunsmith it the right way like Honda did, and it'll look nicer than Honda's. NEA's contest is like to buy the cheapest gun you can find, and spend and fix it up, and you can't spend any more than $500. So that's nice. But I don't have $500, and two, as I said, gift cards. What part of gift cards do you not understand? The gifting part or the card part that says PSA on it? Just just in case were wondering. Well, Daniel, in 200 more shows, after you've given me $2 more each show, then eventually I can buy, a beat up gun. And then, in, 300 more shows after that, so about 5, then I'll be able to actually do something with that gun. See what I did there? In the meantime, I got what I could get. I didn't have a semi-automatic shotgun in my inventory. I've got a break open single shot. I've got a pump. I wanted something. Yeah, you give me $4. You usually give me $4. So you're right. You're right. So, we can have that by, I don't know, maybe 100 more shows. I didn't buy a new gun. I built several new guns. That technically counts. That gun has to work to count as a semi-automatic shotgun. It does. It does. Well, I have a lot of high brass, and if I cut a coil or two off the recoil spring, I could probably fix that issue on it. Because that's the only real problem on that. It's the site it cycles with high brass, but doesn't like low brass. So, uh, the only thing I could think to do is to put lapping compound all around the bolt to cut one or two coils off of the recoil spring, and then just cycle that bolt back and forth with the lapping compound on it to get it to be all smooth, and then just clean it up, oil it up, grease if it needs any grease, and done. Well, probably more so oil than any grease, but that would probably do it. So, eh, I just wanted something I could play with. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to kill the entire spring. Ghost Shadow. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, no need to don't need to cut the spring. Just heat a section red hot to reduce strength. No, I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't necessarily want to do that, but
Hello, hello.
Oh, Richie's up.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah. Shouldn't you be asleep right now?
No, it's only 1:30.
All right.
Yeah.
Santa Anarchy says, any thoughts of buying or building AR pistols, one in 458 SOCOM and one in 300 Blackout? Well, 300 Blackout would be easier to find ammo for right now than 458 SOCOM. Be a lot cheaper too, comparatively. But I mean, if you're going to build a 458 SOCOM rifle, then you know what? Knock yourself out, man. Just go for it. I have no legs in that game.
I know a bit about both calibers, but it all depends. Yeah.
Daniel says you can get a $50 Raven or something similar, something that's only like 12 chats worth. I could, if I could get 12 chats worth of, super chats in. I mean,
Where's Tony? Where's Tony tonight then?
Oh, Tony's off in his Tony world.
All right. Okay.
I don't know where Tony is. He's probably off doing something.
UFO world.
Yeah, he's doing the good word of the UFO.
He's getting prepped.
He's prepping for his preaching with the UFOs.
He's getting prepped.
Oh, he's not getting probed. He's getting prepped. Just a little difference.
Yeah. No, I was over on Hanks, and then your thing come up, and I wasn't sure if you were starting at 2 or a bit earlier, but.
No, I usually go at 7:30, but tonight I was late because I was setting up my new cell phone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Because I got a new Galaxy Note 9.
Yeah, my Guns and Barbecue shirt's on the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Crump told him someone's ordered one of your shirts, and it's it's great. It's the first one I've sold.
What, Guns and Barbecue?
Yeah, so I bought the first one. I don't know about. I got a shooting gallery north. Where is he? Shooting gallery. What's this called? Northeast or whatever he's called. I got one of his shirts coming as well. Yeah.
Daniel said, I heard a bunch of Hank supporters took over a country called Afghanistan. I heard that too. Yeah. All the Hunan Muhammads, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Everybody gives him shit for that, because it's like he says he's got all these viewers, but when the people that actually show up to live streams, it's like 50 people. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, it's like a lot of other channels. They got all these subscribers, but they don't. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with people, because I hit the bell like on your thing. I mean, at the moment, YouTube's. I'll probably get a notification in about an hour's time that you've gone live, but normally they're pretty. Before they were up to date on it, as soon as you went live, bang, I got a notification, so I switch over or whatever I'm doing. I got in tonight, and there's an update. That guy I know in Texas, it's looking like his cancer's pretty bad, so I watched his video straight away to find out, because that was the update from when he was in hospital.
So you sent me 2 emails tonight. Before
I sent
open them and look at them. You want to tell me what they're about?
Just about what's going on, about what's going on over there. Just some more information.
None of it good, I bet.
Not exactly. No, the first email is better to read than the other one. But yeah, don't worry about it too much. I did find out as well. The Afghan Air Force, whoever was flying their aircraft, they did do a bunk of some of the aircraft abroad, and apparently in Uzbekistan is where some of the aircraft are. So they're out of reach of the Taliban at the moment.
Oh, because that makes everything better.
So they've got a few less, but I'm not sure on the location of those M60 tanks, because it just says they were in storage, but it doesn't say that they were in storage in Afghanistan or another place. I presume they were shipped to Afghanistan, because they did get them a couple of years ago.
All right. Go Shadow says at Night Strike, a friend was heating springs and got the bright idea of using oil instead of water. The oil caught on fire. Well, it depends on the type of oil you use because you are at some point you are supposed to quench with oil or water.
Yeah, so basically he had a chip pan fire.
No, but I don't know what he probably wasn't using the right type of oil.
Yeah.
Because you use oil you use a type of oil to quench steel. So basically, he should have been using something like vegetable oil or mineral oil.
Yeah. like a heavy oil that ain't going to catch fire easily.
Yeah, he should have used the mineral oil or a type of heavy, a type of vegetable oil, something that wouldn't catch on fire right away, and that's why that did that for him. But he had the right idea. He just used the wrong type of oil.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe how many times that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, he's had a chip power fire. Someone.
The Wanky Marshmallow asks, "Has Richard shot an AR before?" Only asking because of where he lives.
Yeah, I've shot a few, and I've shot all different types of ones. Because we can have ARs here. It just depends on where you live to what you can own.
You can only really have like 22s, right?
In semi-automatic where I live, any shotgun caliber or any 22 rimfire or 22. Apparently, 22 magnums allowed as well because that's a rimfire.
Because shotguns are easier to get over there than rifles are, right?
Well, there's two different types of license. There's a shotgun license, which is mostly aimed at like farmers, gamekeepers, that type of thing. But when they first get into guns, most people go, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go clay pigeon shooting. I'll get a shotgun license." But what they don't realise is that license, because it's a shotgun license, it limits them on the magazine capacity of the shotgun. So if it's semi-auto, you've only got a 3-round magazine. or like pump action. So then they start when they see like
can you do like 3+1?
Yeah, so you do 3+1, so you got 4 rounds.
Yeah,
or like a pump action. So
that's
when
not
they
so
see
bad, then.
when they see a British person with say like JM Pro or like that USAS 12 I used in the UK before, they get really, how did you get that? Because I've got a shotgun license, so I blah blah blah. And what you need to do, you get a firearms license, then you can put on there 12 gauge shotgun, whatever magazine capacity you want, because it's put on your firearms license, not on a shotgun license.
So it is easier to get a shotgun license, but it's better to get a firearms license. Yeah,
it's basically if you want
more access.
Yeah, you got more access to different firearms because it's not a shotgun.
Before you ask, Richard has been stateside before already. He has hung out here and he has gone shooting out here. Before.
A few different people.
Yeah, he's been to the range, the American range, more times than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah. The last 2 years before the Corona AIDS came in, I mean, I was in the States 3 times a year. 2 of those times were NRA shows, and then the other times I was either like at Eric's or Such's or somewhere like that. The last trip was November 2019. That was that Hanks. And Flying Richards. I went to Flying Richards for a couple of days. And then
you didn't go flying with him, did you?
No, because his plane's broke. No. if he stops crashing his plane, and then it won't be broke.
Exactly. Right, but if he ever, I'd be afraid if he ever fixes his plane because you gotta watch out for those rogue houses that just come out of nowhere, jump right out in front of you.
That's it. Or when you try and land on the road, there's a car strangely there because it's a road, not a runway.
Yeah. It's like, what's wrong with you, Rich? Come on, man. Hold on. I got to do it right. Oh, how about this?
Oh, I got some ideas for some...
Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Have you got the buy a shotgun?
No, I don't have the buy a shotgun.
You need to get that.
I've only got this one.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
That's the one. Yeah, but you need to get that, buy a shotgun one. And then the other one, if you watch the film MacArthur, when they go back into like New Guinea and you got the Tokyo Rose going, "Hello, Joe," and you should get that soundbite and play it for Biden. "Hi, Joe." I can't remember how it goes now, but it's something like, "Hi, Joe. What are you doing here?"
Wakey's asking, does it matter if and when you say United Kingdom, England, and
no. Well, not really, but they are different things because United Kingdom is everybody.
No, United Kingdom is specifically just you guys, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, right?
Yeah, and the Falklands and everything else as well.
Well, everything else.
Yeah,
You
like
guys
Gibraltar.
really don't have Australia and New Zealand.
No, but you got Gibraltar. You got Gibraltar and St Helena and Ascension Island and everywhere. The
So
Caribbean.
you do still have a couple more territories.
The Cayman Islands and places like that. You know.
Yeah, you got like there's the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then there's the
Yeah,
British.
yeah,
Virgin Islands.
that's it. So the British Virgin Islands are still part of the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
Right.
I like the United States side better because I don't have to show them my passport.
Yeah, I haven't been to either of them yet, so I want to go, but I just tend to go back to the Bahamas. But and then you got England is just like the England on its own without Wales and Scotland. When you look at a map of Britain, you know,
couldn't you also call England Great Britain?
Yeah, Great Britain then would be England, Wales, and Scotland. And
no. Great Britain would just be England.
Yeah, no. Great Britain is England, Scotland, and Wales and Northern Ireland. This is where it gets it confuses some people, you know.
And also, other people get confused when you just say Britain, because if you say Britain, that's actually Germany.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that came from. Where did that come about? Where did that come about? Do you remember?
Oh, a long time ago that was. I just turned that. I forgot I had the volume on the TV up a bit. But yeah. So yeah, that's the main differences. Is like, so the United Kingdom is everything. Like, so Gibraltar, Guernsey, Jersey, Isle of Man, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and all the Cayman Islands, Falkland Islands, etc., etc. England is just the south part, and then Great Britain is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Daniel says a lot of modern tool steels are actually air quench Night Strike. Well, okay. Ghost Shadow says that Night Strike, he had the spring in oil with the end he was heating sticking out of the oil, so he was applying heat, the oil, and metal sticking out of it. Yeah, that's you apply the heat to the metal, and then once you're done, you quench it. Okay, that's how you do it properly. You don't heat the oil at the same time as you're heating the metal. That's just that. No offense, Ghost Shadow, but that friend of yours, yeah, he's a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
I need to find. Can you send me a link to that guy that you had on the other night to his channel?
Huh?
That ex-marine you had on that was in Afghanistan.
What marine? It was he was Army.
Oh, Army. Yeah, sorry.
That's roll call. I was
on
his chat last night.
Right. Yeah. Can you send me a link so I can find his channel?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Just email it to me, you know. Please, thank you. Yeah, he is an interesting guy.
Yeah. I heard when I was talking to him last night. And he's like, you guys had like at least for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. You guys had a roaring conversation.
Yeah. 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 He's intelligent bloke.
He's an interesting guy.
Interesting, number one, and secondly, intelligent. And he knows.
There you go. I just replied to one of your emails.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I'll probably get that notification. They're pretty quick on the notifications of their emails.
They are.
It's just the YouTube side of it that's a bit.
Yeah, YouTube hates us. No, Daniel, I do not supply the Queen with any gun lube because the Queen doesn't buy gun lube.
She's got enough to buy her own.
She's got her own brand.
Yeah, she's got enough money to buy her own.
No, she doesn't buy any. I've not sent any GunTube lube to the United Kingdom, so that doesn't work.
She gets enough of my tax money to buy her own.
Yeah, right. Ghost Shadow says that Night Strike, he was using oil to keep heat out of the spring. He didn't want it getting hot, but bought truck springs too stiff, so he was trying to fix them. Yeah, no, buy new springs. That's what I'm going to say. If the ones you got don't work, take them back, get new ones. Just flat out.
Yeah, that Sam of Anarchy, 10-inch barrel. Integrity suppressor would be better with 300 blackout. The Spike's tactical make one.
Yeah, I mean, I like 458 SOCOM, but
Yeah,
honestly, if I was going to build an AR in a larger caliber, I would go something like 50 Beowulf.
yeah, well,
instead
that's one large caliber AR I would like to own is that 50 Beowulf from the Alexander Arms.
Yeah,
I've spoken to that guy because he's originally from the UK. He came over years ago, set up.
Did he say why?
Probably after the handgun ban. I can't remember. Yeah,
Probably
something to do with that. Got shafted and he was able to get out. Unlike me, I try and get out, but then I don't get anywhere.
What did they do to all the people that had all those old antique guns? They make them disable them, or did they just not turn them in?
Well, there is a law. I can't remember what year it is. It's around, like, say 1900 or whatever. Anything before that, so like a Henry Martini rifle, you can own that without a license. But if you want to shoot it, then you've got to put it on your license.
Oh, what if it's one of the old Webley World War II revolvers?
No, they would still be classed as a handgun under the law to shoot. But I can't remember what year it is. It's like 1899 or something stupid like. It's similar. You've got a similar law in your country about it.
Yeah, well, if it's made before 1900, more or less.
Yeah, something. It's
If
along
it's
those.
made before 1900, it's not technically defined as a firearm, so it can be sent to your house.
Yeah.
But if it was made after 1900, I think.
Yeah. So like
it's got to go to FFL.
Yeah, like the Enfield black powder percussion cap rifles, that like what you used in the Civil War. You can own those off ticket, but if you go to shoot them, then you've got to have you've got to have it on your firearms license. And then black powder here is classed as an explosive. So there's a couple of other restrictions on it where obviously you can't keep it in a metal safe because you're making a bomb if your house catches on fire.
Right.
It's got to be like you have it in a lock box like a safe, but it would be made out of, say, plywood, and it's not allowed to be screwed together. It can only be nailed together. So if it does go off, it just blows the box apart. It doesn't, less pressure as a bomb. If you see what I mean. So some people make their own lock box.
Exploding targets.
Yeah, they make their own lockbox, but then they make the mistake of using wood screws, and then the police say, "Well, no, you can't use that because you've made it with screws and you didn't nail it together. It's got to be nailed so it will."
Daniel says, "Aren't some Maxim guns that are pre-1900 are they NFA?" Yes, they're NFA because they're machine guns.
Yeah.
Because Maxim only made machine guns, except for it's either his son or his grandson actually invented suppressors.
Yeah, it was Maxim that did the suppressors.
It was either his son or grandson that.
Oh, was it? Right. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's still the same name on it because I've read the patent somewhere. I think it's in one of the silencer books I've got. It says about it in there when he first put in for the patent on it.
Yeah. No. It was the son of the Maxim machine gun inventor.
Right. Yeah.
It was Hiram Percy.
Yeah.
Maxim. He came up with the idea of suppressors, and his father came up with a really good idea for a machine gun.
Yeah.
Like one of the first true proper machine guns, really.
Oh yeah.
There were a couple others before that, but they weren't as well thought out as the Maxim was, and the Maxim was water cooled too. So
yeah.
That was pretty badass, even for those.
Someone told me before on the Vickers gun when they used it back in the 50s, they used to put through 2 belts of ammunition, and the water would then be hot enough to make your tea.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, you wouldn't really, because of how those guns are made and whatnot, you really wouldn't want to drink the water out of that shit.
They used to. They used to sometimes.
And why do you think they may have gotten lead poisoning?
Yeah, but it depends what water you've put in it to start with.
Right.
But yeah, it's like that thing in when you see that We Were Soldiers film, and they piss on the mortars to cool them down. Well, that's been done before on machine guns.
Daniel, that's the unfortunate thing of it. It's like the ATF made everyone register their machine guns, and they had to be machine guns made before 1986. So even if it was made in say it was one of Maxim's first machine guns, his first water cooled prototype, like 1895. Okay, it's still a machine gun. It still uses ammunition you can get today readily available. So just because it was made before 1900, it's still defined as a machine gun under the NFA because it fires more than one shot.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be a gray area, but it's not.
It's just any machine gun, basically.
It's just really just any machine gun, period. Doesn't matter when it's made.
They got a plaque in London where he made those guns, first of all, because he made them in England.
Yeah.
In London, and they put a blue plaque.
And he literally sold it to everybody in World War
I.
He
sold it to everybody. But they put a blue plaque on the building to mark this is the spot where Herman Maxim made his first machine gun. You'd think because they're so anti-gun here that they wouldn't have done that, but they did.
Daniel, you're not going to like the answer. The answer is no. On that one, I believe. Say it like this, like original 1911s and say original broom handle Mauser 1890 what's it C96.
Yeah.
C96s, some original 1911s, and even some original Lugers from who was the original Luger manufacturer? Mauser?
I can't remember now. The Luger came out in 1908 for the first ones.
Well,
I'm sure it was 1908.
So, but even some of the Lugers, even though some of those guns were made before the NFA and whatnot, say the early 1911s had a thing where you could replace the mainspring housing with a type of mainspring housing that had a stock on it. You've seen those. You've seen the same thing with the Broomhound and Mauser where you can add a stock to it. TWM, that's right. And even some of the early Lugers had that stock type design too, like the C96.
Yeah, the artillery. Yeah, Go Shadow's got it. Yeah, artillery Luger.
Because those are those were before the NFA. You're allowed to have those as long as the stock matches the serial number of the gun.
I know because Eric's got a C96, and I know when he said
you're allowed to have those, and that doesn't make the gun, an SBR. But if you go out and buy one of those old guns and then buy a reproduction, you can't put it on that gun because guess what? You're making a new one, and then it becomes an SBR.
Yeah,
and that's how stupid that shit is.
Yeah, because that's the thing that Eric.
This is how ATF does stuff. That's exactly how it works. Yeah. The only way you can get around that is if you bought a reproduction and you used parts of the reproduction to fix the one for the original gun. That's the only way you could do that. You'd have to have a gunsmith to do it, and it would be defined under repairs. Yeah. That's the only way you could get away with even using any parts from a reproduction.
Yeah, because Eric,
the actual original.
Yeah, because Eric's got a C96 with a matching stock, and then I think someone else had another C96, and they wanted to get a stock for it, and Eric said, "Hang on a minute, because if you buy a modern reproduction stock, because there are people out there that make reproduction stuff, if you go then and put that new stock on an old gun, that then makes it an SBR because it's a new stock. So then you can be in the poop for that." That's one gun I forgot to shoot when I was at Eric's. Is that C96? Yeah, try that next time.
Daniel, contrary to popular belief, I was not born before 1983. So anything that happened before 1983, not my fault. Which the GCA and the NFA happened way before I was born.
Yeah, you're basically 10 years younger than me.
Now, you also can't blame me for 1986 either because I was in diapers.
Yeah.
So, just putting that out there too.
Yeah. It is a bit dark.
Yeah.
It's like people are saying, like with what's gone on in the last couple of weeks, with the Taliban gaining 500,000 firearms.
Did you see that warehouse full of American cash they got?
It wouldn't surprise me.
They opened up a warehouse, and instead of guns,
Yeah.
it was a cache of just millions, probably billions of $100 bills.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen that picture, but I know, like, when you left, when the whole Vietnam thing went tits up, they burnt something like $3 to $4 million in the embassy building, in oil drums, and then they were putting a load more of it through a shredder, but then they realised it's quicker just to burn it all. But this is what I found out as well. The CIA started pulling out of Afghanistan in April.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so people knew this.
This is going to happen.
Yeah, they just give up with it because apparently the Afghan government, or people in the Afghan government, they were just asking for airstrikes because the Afghan army had been trained to work with airstrikes. So basically, they had no air cover. So then their defense plan went all to shit. You know.
Well, they also didn't hire soldiers that would actually go out and fight.
Well, yeah, some units did fight, but they're just outnumbered, you know. And then you've got others
give me the number crap. Fight the goddamn country.
Yeah, but then you've got others that have just run away, you know.
I honestly, if it was me, I'd shoot anybody who ran away and say,
yeah.
You want to run away? You take a bullet.
Yeah, and then the other one was
either you take a bullet on the front lines or you take a bullet in the back of the head.
Yeah, but
Your choice.
The other one was as well the same problem as in South Vietnam. You could bribe your officer with your salary, so you didn't have to turn up for the army, and then you can stay at home and jerk off or do whatever you want, you know, smoke heroin or whatever. So you basically gave your salary to your commanding officer of your unit. He keeps your salary, but still tells the government you're in the army, so he gets the money. It's what they called like ghost soldiers in South Vietnam. Apparently the same thing was going on in Afghanistan.
Apparently Daniel says that was all pizza money from the potato and chief.
Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing that, you know, I can't, you know, the amount of money that just disappears. You know.
Daniel said Night Strike would be doing the one gets a Mosin and one gets a stripper clip thing.
Yeah.
No, you see, I have a Mosin and I need stripper clips. I need to find Mosin stripper clips.
I don't know, classic firearms might help you. Because they were selling a lot of Mosins a little while ago. So they might have a few stripper clips available.
I think I may have to get them from Liberty Tree Collectors or something.
Yeah, or I tell you one.
No, I might be able to get them off eBay.
Yeah, I'll tell you another source is email Eric because he knows a few different people for mil-cert rifles and stuff.
I ain't emailing Eric for shit. He never answers. He never responds to my emails. So fucking. I've talked to him before. I sent him a couple emails. Never responded to a single goddamn email. So he can go fuck himself.
Yeah. Well, I hear from Brandy now and again, but I don't hear from any of the others.
So it's like he'll take emails, but he won't ever respond to them. He'll just maybe have his secretary respond to him at one point if he wants,
Well,
but not really.
His wife's the secretary.
I was alluding to that. Thank you. But it's just like, no, he won't email me back. So what's the point of emailing him asking him something if he's not going to respond? You know,
Right, that's the problem.
it's like it's a lost cause.
Well, that's like I say to different people, you know, oh yeah, I haven't seen you. Like when I go to the NRA show or something, I haven't seen you for a year, and I said, well, you can always text or email, you know, but they don't want to do it.
No, M. Gabriel, I am not their commissar. I am not Falco. Do not say that. New York Outcast says a few fought until they ran out of supplies. At that point, they were mostly ordered to surrender. Yeah, I don't believe that either. I believe they just ran away.
Well, so I did see one video of the soldiers wanted to fight on, and their commander was saying, "No, lay down your arms," and basically run away or, you know, go and join the Taliban or whatever. And I thought, well, in this video, it's not going to end well for this commanding officer because it looks like he might get shot.
Oh, he's probably going to get shot anyways.
Yeah. And then there was another guy, like some commander of some district or whatever, that agreed with the Taliban to surrender if they left him alone to leave safely, which they agreed to. So then basically he got arrested for doing a bunk. But what's happened to him, I don't know. You're not going to find out for years what's happened to a lot of these people. And then when you get there, there'll just be a mass grave. Bones, like it was in Syria, you know, with those other people.
Yeah.
When that was all kicking off with the Yazidis and the Kurds and all the rest of it. Because that made me laugh for this country when those Yazidis were held out on that mountaintop and they airlifted, like parachuted down like lanterns. So they can see at night, and I thought the last thing you want to do is light up a lantern on the top of a mountain, because then it's going to show everybody where you are.
Daniel says, "Have you not seen Enemy at the Gates Night Strike?"
Everybody has.
I've seen it, but are you going to ask me if I remember half of it? I don't remember half of it. It's just in one ear and out the other, unfortunately.
There's a few films I haven't seen yet, but I've seen some of the newer films I haven't seen. I haven't seen that Kalashnikov film. I want to see that one.
So did you get my email?
I haven't got. Hang on, I've probably got it. I just haven't got the notification for it. Let's see.
Night Strike has CRS. What's CRS? What is CRS? I don't understand.
I've got a reply from Tony. Oh yeah.
I think Potato left all that shiny stuff over there, so the problem solves itself. They'll wipe each other out. I doubt it.
Yeah, right, I've got your email.
Mr. Ghost Shadow says at Mr. FNHF Night Strike, they also have a 20-pack of stripper clips for $17 for 20. Yeah, I was looking at getting the 5-pack of stripper clips off of eBay that comes with a sling, and it also comes with the cleaning toolkit for $20. I was thinking about doing that because I need a sling for my M44.
Yeah, you can get reproduction slings for those if you can't find an original one.
Yeah, so I want something that'll.
Tony's in the chat. I didn't get invited, Tony. I clicked the link. Click the link, Tony. At the top of the
link
page.
at the top of the chat. I don't invite people for tonight. People jump in.
I just saw that he was live, so
join the link.
I remembered. Aha! He said he was going to go live Thursday.
So.
The
link is not covered by a poll.
You got to just click on the poll. You got to click live chat as well because the freaking YouTube keeps messing around with the at the top of the chat, you got to click it so it's live, not top chat or whatever.
Calling us goobers. Jeez.
You are a goober.
All right,
Here
Gomer
it
Pile.
is.
We'll cover the.
If we're goobers, you have to accept being called Gomer Pile.
He just got off the UFO.
I answered the poll and it went to the very top and covered up the link.
Yeah, that's
So,
Like Daniel says, you need at least 25 stripper clips. Yeah, I wish I had enough ammo for 25 stripper clips. I probably only have enough ammo for about 5. Because right now I only got 2 boxes of 20. I've only got 40 rounds of 7.62 by 54R. Because I went to PSA yesterday, and guess what? There's still $20 a fucking box of 20. I'm not paying that.
man, I'm not over it.
my ears.
Oh, too bad.
So how you been, Tony?
Pretty good. I heard about your. I read that email you sent from the British
The British guy.
about the British guy. The British.
Yeah, they said no to flying him out the other day, and then so he said he was going to try and make it over land, and now he's been like arrested or whatever. So I don't know. He'll be on TV next to his head cut off, I expect.
That's sad. I don't know why they wouldn't.
That stuff used to be $80 a can of 440. You should have stocked it up. Yeah, I should have stocked it up when I didn't own a firearm in that caliber. I don't buy ammo in calibers I don't have, except for a couple of them.
On your poll, what year are you talking about? This year or last year or in your lifetime or what?
This week.
Oh, this week. I should have bought a gun. I bought a camera instead.
I got some PSA gift cards the other day, so I went and bought something.
Yeah, I had some Amazon points built up, so I bought a. I ain't gonna tell you because you'll just continue to think I'm nutty.
Well, you are nutty, but we still love you.
A full spectrum camera, that you can see infrared light and.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
So you can take pictures of the UFOs.
Not necessarily.
Well, the problem is he's gonna have to have the camera rolling as they're going by. Otherwise, they won't stop and
see.
Wait.
That's why I made the mistake.
No, you didn't make a mistake.
I made the mistake to tell you.
You didn't make a mistake.
Stinking poll made me bring it up.
I would do one of those cameras too. I would. I really would.
You could do a probing video, then you could put it on OnlyFans.
What is that? I've heard of that website twice in the past week now.
2mm pistol sucks. Ammo is $2.75 per round. Yeah. Yep. And Mr. FNH says, I can't imagine how hot the Mosin would get after firing 125 rounds of 7.62 by 54R at night. I don't know. I've only got 40 rounds. He says, I personally mag dumped 100 rounds through my Mosin, and it was leaking cosmoline out of the cracks in wood. Laugh out loud. It was literally burning off. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, my Mini 14 used to be a bit like that when I used to have mag dump it.
Daniel says it's healthy to acquire 3 guns a month. I wish I could afford that, Daniel. I really do.
What I was going to show you is this camera will do natural, light and the light, the spectrum of light that we see, and also infrared light. So you get cool effects.
Yeah,
that is cool. So we're not gonna go and make fun of you for that, because that's really cool.
So John, at least I didn't get like a FLIR camera where you couldn't use it for just one purpose.
John Crump Live's out there. John, if you want to jump in, the link's at the top of the YouTube chat. But if you just want to hang out and say hi, that's cool. See, I'm all inclusive. Everybody's welcome.
What is his handicap? What do you mean inclusive?
I'm kidding. I'm not all inclusive. Everybody's welcome.
You made it sound like he was a minority or something.
Yeah, yes, he's the conservative journalist minority.
That is a minority.
It really is a conservative journalist, because they're like, they're like, you know, they're almost gone, like the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So,
Ammoland journalist. He wrote some good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, he writes for Ameland.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe he'll hire me to do some photography for him.
Maybe. You know, see if he needs anything. Mr. FSH is still out there. He's saying Midway had some turkey loads for $13 to $14 a round. Wow. Ouch.
Your microphone sounds different tonight.
It is different.
Okay.
It's cheaper to go buy some turkey out.
I tweaked the settings the other day.
It'd be cheaper to go and buy some turkey if you want.
What was that?
It'd be cheaper to go and buy some turkey out of Walmart or somewhere.
Yeah, for that price, yeah. Instead of go hunt for them, right?
I picked up some turkey the other day to have here. I'm trying to find some lamb burgers at the moment. I've had them before, but I don't remember where I got them from. I had lamb tonight, and I thought, yeah, it'd be nice to find some lamb burgers.
Lamb.
Yeah, I'd roast lamb. I'd roast lamb with roast potatoes that my dad's grown, and other vegetables that my dad's grown, carrots and everything.
Lamb chop never tasted so good.
Yeah, that's it. Mint sauce, a whole load of gravy. It was beautiful.
Either my ears are going bad or my computer's acting funny. You both sound like you're in a what were the old chronographs? You sound like you're coming out of a chronograph.
Well, you sound normal, Tony.
You sound normal too.
Yeah.
Might be your headphones.
I think my headphones must have gotten.
Are they plugged in properly?
Juice in them or something.
Yeah, sounds like it. Does it be 98 saying hi to me?
You didn't get flooded the other day. So that storm.
No, that was Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I know. The new storm that went through. They went up the east coast. They come across.
Yeah. No, we got just a little bit, but not. It was so it wasn't much of a flash.
Yeah,
it was kind of steady, so our system was able to absorb it. But
yeah, because when I looked, the last map I looked at, it was going to hit like northern Georgia and then come across your.
Richard, listen to this. Daniel says turkeys that come through my yard, you can hunt with a rock. Yeah, I got turkeys in my backyard too. Just one shot probably take care of them. But he also goes on to say, alien juice is in his headphones.
See what happens. The CIA did this. They created this program to make people seem like they're crazy.
No, the CIA have damaged your headphones, so you can't.
Yeah, they damaged your headphones.
I'm not going to come on here anymore. I'm going to protest. I'm going to boycott. Aww. Cheaper than dirt and not Strike show. Cheaper than dirt, not Strike show.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. You can make fun of me, but when I make fun of the headphones, or somebody else makes fun of the headphones, you get all defensive.
You know, like I said about coming over, I found out. I looked up where the Hooters is in Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that far from the airport.
No, it's really not.
It's like north of the airport. Yeah.
I just don't go to Hooters because their prices are shit.
I'm always afraid I'm going to get some kind of venereal disease on my cheeseburger. There's that too. I mean, Richard is very lonely, so I don't mix food in that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Richard, if you want to go to one of those clubs, I could take you to a couple.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to Hooters. Trust me, they're a better place to eat in Charleston than Hooters.
Oh yeah, it probably is. I don't mind. It's good to chat with these people. You go to some of them, they don't want to talk to you, but then others they like want to talk to you all the time. It's a bit weird with them, really.
Yeah. So, what's going on?
I was going to show Daniel this.
Okay. What are we looking at?
Turkey.
Turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble.
That's my turkey call.
I can't hear it.
No, you ain't got your. I don't think the volume's on.
What the heck?
On the video.
Oh, that's right. You can't.
Yeah.
The stinking system.
Yep. The stinking system.
The CIA do it to stop you showing the sound of the UFO engine.
And it's all because
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
yep,
It was.
it's all Corn Pop's fault.
Whoever it was. Because I fucking got a clue.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Yo, what kind of gang leader is named Corn Pop? I mean, good lord.
Well, it was back in the 50s or whatever, so could have.
You know,
What year was that? Would have been, was that 40s or 50s?
it would have been probably the 50s or 60s. Fine.
Biden's like 100 years old. That would have been like
He's
the
70.
1920s or something.
He's 80 something or something. I don't know.
He-
I don't know how old he is.
he's 77 or something like that, but he looks about fucking 90, you know.
He does. He does look
If
90.
you compare, because I'm pretty sure Clint Eastwood is 90.
No,
this
Clint Eastwood can't be 90.
year. Yeah, he is.
Are you
pretty sure-
serious?
Yeah, no, I'm serious, and he looks more healthy than Biden. I'm pretty
So
sure.
How old
pretty
was
sure-
Biden when he said that to that guy? Is he 20s?
I don't know.
See,
21 or something?
Clint Eastwood was born in 1930. Wow, he's 91 years old. Holy cow.
There you go.
So
Amazing,
Joe
really.
Biden said he was in his 20s or something when he was doing that lifeguard thing. And Joe Biden was born in 1942. So it would have been in 1963. The 60s. The
That was the
early
year
60s.
after I was born.
Yeah, because
So
I knew
good thing he took out Corn Pop, so I didn't have to deal with him.
Yeah, good thing he took out Corn Pop and strongly apologized and talked him down.
After he beat him with a chain. What did he say? He had a chain wrapped around his
He had
arm.
a chain wrapped around his arm.
Yeah.
Like, you wuss. Like, he apologized for calling the guy Nancy, but he wasn't going to apologize for kicking him off of the diving board. It's like, what the hell?
I've seen
Don't
that video.
apologize either.
I've seen that video where he said that, and it's very cringy because you honestly have all these black people hanging around, and they're like, "What? You're going to do what to Corn Pop? What did you say?" But since they were all Democrats, they couldn't really say anything.
Yeah. If Corn Pop was alive today to say something about this, he would have called him out for being a lying president. If Corn Pop was a real person, because I don't believe it was.
Yeah, my money's on not.
No self-respecting gang member would call himself Corn Pop.
Or put up with that mess.
Yep. Nope, neither would I. If Clint Eastwood ran for president as a Republican next election, would you vote for him based on name recognition? Asking the panel.
No, not at 91 years old.
No, not at 91.
Maybe 30 years ago, if he was 30 years younger. Maybe.
Yeah, because he was
Listen,
governor of somewhere.
I had a
while,
relative that ran for president and got elected, and because he was so old, he only spent 1 month in office. Everybody knows who he is. It's William Henry Harrison.
Yeah.
So,
But like Clint Eastwood, he was like governor.
he only spent 1 month in office.
Yeah.
And then he got pneumonia and died because he was in his mid 80s at that point.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
I thought you said pneumonia. I was like, what?
No, pneumonia, not pneumonia.
He did get pneumonia, not pneumonia.
No, he
didn't
got
get
pneumonia.
pneumonia. He didn't get pneumonia.
Shush, or I will give you pneumonia.
I didn't get no corona or pneumonia.
Yeah. Would you vote?
Yeah.
Daniel says, I would vote for Chuck Norris at 81 years old. Well, you know what? Chuck Norris, I'd vote for Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
We need to get back to where we're voting for people who have their brain power still available to them. Like
Problem is, they don't want to run for president anymore.
Right,
No,
people in their
that's it.
40s, maybe. You know.
Yeah. I think like with Clint Eastwood, I think because he did run something for a little while, didn't he? Back in California or something. I can't remember.
He got out of California. He's like,
But he ran for mayor or something somewhere. It wasn't governor of California. I think he was mayor of somewhere.
Yeah,
for a little while.
Yeah, he did.
But then
I really think the Brits are onto something. Our president should be like the Queen of England, like just a ceremonial position.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have that much power.
Yeah, but then you're stuck with the same one for a long time.
He's got a point there.
Do you really
No,
want
there will be
Biden?
term limits on our king.
Yeah, but do you really want Biden there for the rest of his life?
No.
Term limits for the king.
And if Harris takes over, then she'd be there for the rest of her life, and it's like,
I'm just trying to figure out a way to get the federal government out of our lives.
Good luck. I've been trying. Good luck. So, anything interesting going on in the architecture world, Tony?
Not just same old, same old. We're getting ready to start an 8-house project here in the end of September.
8 houses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
I almost didn't take them because even though I designed them, he wants them to all be the same. He wants, for the sake of economy, he wants it to be the same house, and I don't like that.
Well, you know what that means.
I was going to design like 8 different houses that had kind of the same theme, but they had different features, you know.
Yeah. Or 8 houses, they look the same on the outside, but the layout inside is a bit different, maybe.
About all I'm going to be able to do is do like different siding or paint schemes.
You just do different colors.
That's what I'm talking about. The paint scheme is what we say in construction when we say different color.
All right, I get it. Sorry. Sorry, I was just talking out loud, thinking out loud. You know?
Well, I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
What is it? Did you see? I did want to ask you one technical question.
Go for it.
Let me go. Hold on. Y'all talk for a second. I got to go find something real quick.
Okay, he's got to find something. So, guys, what are you saying out there in chat?
What is an
Kim Gabriel says, what if you wanted to rub his leg hair? I would not.
No.
I would not. Kim Gabriel says Clint is 91.
Yeah.
Harrison was 68. Carrie Page. Carrie Kidd. Rioteds or something like that. He got pneumonia and died.
All right, I found it. Let's see. Get rid of the turkey video. Let's see. All right, so this was what I was trying to do in an interview where you have this panel here.
Right.
Is this Zoom?
Might be, yeah. Yeah.
So
that's not Zoom. That's StreamYard. Look at the left. Look at the way the names are.
StreamYard.
That's StreamYard.
So he's just paying to get the
he's just
branding off of it.
Yep.
So why can't we do this in Jitsi?
I don't know how.
Yeah. I thought I had you up on such a pedestal.
I know. I know a certain few things, and then there's things I don't know.
I mean, we can kind of simulate this in OBS, but this will never seem to. Anyway, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But
kind of off topic, but
I don't know how to do that. Warsaw's out there. Don't listen to him, Tony. Don't listen.
The Polish Taliban are here.
We weren't talking about aliens. We were talking about OBS and Jitsi meat servers. Look, he's just mad because Poland's not taking over the world.
Well, maybe if they were aliens from Poland, he'd think they exist. You know?
Hollywood Bull. He's gonna. I'm gonna tell him to make a special trip to his house because they know where he lives.
Aliens know where he lives.
And what was that you were talking about? Anal probing, Richard? What was that?
Richard, see what you did? See what you did?
All these great ideas.
We probably make more money doing that on OnlyFans than you are on YouTube.
Yeah, considering they dropped the.
Everybody's making more money than me on YouTube.
Yeah, OnlyFans decided not to ban all the porn and whatnot because
they'd be bankrupt.
They'd be bankrupt. Yeah, they found out.
What else would you have on there? You know.
Exactly.
Wait, who's bankrupt?
Well, OnlyFans would be, wouldn't they, if they took down the naughty videos? What is
OnlyFans? What is that?
It's like a Patreon for porn stars.
Yeah, you can set one up, Tony. Dance around naked in your bedroom or whatever, and then people pay you money to see your ding dong or whatever.
That's how I can finance my next house.
It's basically a Patreon for porn, more or less.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Is it really?
Really? I mean, there's some people that use it that don't do any porn on it, obviously, but primarily all.
Oh, wait a minute! I thought it was a video sharing platform because they were talking about taking the porn off of it.
No.
So what good would it do if? So they thought they could just come clean and people would still use the app.
Yes, they thought they could clean all the porn out and just go regular. But the problem is when all the people bringing in the money are doing porn on there, you basically you tally the numbers and you find out you're not going to make any money if you do it that way.
I didn't get abducted, Warsaw, but I did see one when I was 13. So
you saw one up close.
See, I should never go into it because it's always going to be Crazy Tony from now on.
Oh, I'm just.
Honestly though, this is why nobody ever tells their story. It really is.
I know. I'm teasing you just.
No, but it's true. It's the way society has been trained to treat people that way. Who, they're crazy. The counterintelligence people successfully created that atmosphere so that there's a stigma and a taboo around it.
Yeah, but that's what I said to you the other night, that they deliberately put information out there that's bogus, or like that guy you interviewed. They put people out there like that are working for them to put you in a different direction.
Well, I don't think Chris is, but I definitely think.
No, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying.
No, but Lou Elizondo probably is. I'm going to ask him. And then it's 22nd.
When you had the first flights of that F-117 and the B-2 and stuff, and people were reporting it as a UFO, they were encouraging it to be reported as a UFO because they didn't want it to come out as this is our new stealth aircraft that we're going to bomb the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they were using the sightings to track where that aircraft was when other people couldn't see it on radar.
But you see what happens, though, Richard? Yeah. People say, see, because there was this effort, other UFOs don't exist. And that's also part of their little counterintelligence effort. Yeah. Is that, now that, when these aircraft become unclassified 50 years later or whatever, well, it wasn't 50 years, was it? Well, that was the 70s. Yeah, it was almost, right?
The F-117 was late 70s.
Yeah, it didn't become declassified until the Iraq War, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, the first F-117 prototype was what they call a Have Blue, which it looks similar. The tail and that's different, and it's a slightly different size. That was an experimental one they were flying around, called Have Blue, and then there's been some other different ones. The one I'd like to find out more information about is the one that crashed at Boscombe Down just after I left, which they took back to America in a C5 Galaxy.
When was that?
That was about 94. That was when that crashed. Because it crashed a couple of years after I left.
The Aurora.
Aurora aircraft. And if you Wikipedia, it will come up and it will show information about the Boscombe Down crash. And it's an interesting one because what happened was that aircraft, it was flying like back to somewhere, and it wasn't meant to land at Boscombe Down. The only reason it landed at Boscombe Down is because it had a problem. And Boscombe Down, the runway in the UK, that runway is one of the longest in Europe, in the whole of like Europe and the UK. So that it is used in an emergency situation. So it went to land at that runway, but because it had a problem, it obviously overshot the runway or whatever and crashed off the runway into a field or whatever. And I know there's people that went to that crash site to help, thinking, they didn't know what aircraft it was. So you don't know how many people on board. And then they got turned away, and then after that, they just sealed off the whole area until they recovered it, and then it went back to the States in not a very good shape.
Well, if you don't know who Lou Elizondo is, this is him right here.
Yeah, no, I've seen that guy. I've seen that guy before.
And I'm going to be interviewing him on the 22nd at 4 o'clock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little contest, and I'm going to solicit questions, and everybody that feels I'm going to make a video on this weekend.
Video.
42.
Huh?
42. That's the answer. Did I win?
Everybody that submits a question is going to be entered into a drawing for some cash.
Okay.
All right.
But you have to come that night. You have to come that afternoon to find out who wins. I'm going to announce the winner in the interview at the end of it.
Oh, why you gotta do that for me?
Because I want you to come and watch and listen.
Oh, killing me, Spawn.
And ask questions.
Killing me.
Because several people had really good questions when I interviewed Chris Lato, and thought that was really cool. As a matter of fact, there was a guy who knew Lou Elizondo in the chat, and he is the one that hooked me up with Lou Elizondo's wife. And when I emailed, yeah, that didn't sound good, did it? Okay, so I'm not a millennial, so I don't use the word hookup in the same manner. Okay?
So there could be a program video.
Yeah, OnlyFans video.
There's your OnlyFans video right there.
OnlyFans video was so much as well.
You only use the word hookup for like when you're hooking something to your vehicle and you're towing it away.
Yeah.
Or you're using hookups in your trailer,
Yeah.
RV hookup.
Yeah, there you go, RV. There you go.
If it's shaking, don't come. If the trailer's rocking, don't come knocking.
Yeah,
That's the
Well,
famous.
there's also what's shaking, bacon.
it's shaking bacon. Yeah, the RV is shaking. The RV's rocking. Don't bother knocking.
Typo Tony. What does that mean? Why is Warsaw? He has a fascination with Poland and giving me a hard time. Those are his two passions in life. Tony needs to understand this. Yeah, I understand. I've heard you say it 50 times, Warsaw, but you're just wrong, and you're going to find out pretty soon you're wrong, and you're going to be really.
I'm not going to read what Mr. F and H says, but it is definitely funny.
Where is it?
Because Warsaw's got him locked. But wow, that's funny.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he deserves it for giving me a hard time.
All right. Daniel says, at Night Strike, says, $2 super chat. Here's your other $2. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Daniel.
What, $4 tonight? A $4 night? It must be a bad night.
It is a bad night. It is a bad night, but not as bad as Point.
Yeah, but you can have a range day tomorrow now with 2 rounds of ammunition.
No, I can't even have that, considering a box of ammo is like $9 these days. About $10 for a 2v3.
Isn't there anyone selling it in little crack bags? Like
Nope.
two, three rounds.
I wish.
Three
rounds at a time.
3 9
Nope.
millimeter in a crack bag.
When you get to the range, there's a guy outside selling 2 or 3 rounds.
I wish.
That's actually a good idea. You know what? Somebody could make money doing that.
Mhm.
Come up with a little packaging.
Well, that's like that similar to that Ammo Squared Away website where you just order like 1 or 2 boxes of
Right.
whatever caliber you need each month or whenever. It seems
Now Warsaw's going to say Atlantis isn't real. Come on, Warsaw.
Warsaw.
Now you're crossed the line.
Atlantis, yeah,
I believe in Atlantis, Warsaw.
Okay,
Cross the
actually,
line.
No, that's real because I've been there. It's in the Bahamas, Atlantis Hotel.
Yeah.
Atlanta is real.
No, there's
It's in
actually
Georgia.
underground structures there, right, Richard?
Yeah, no, there is. In Atlantis, in the Bahamas, they've got an underground aquarium.
Well,
Oh.
besides that, they've done dives around there somewhere, and there's like underground structures, like stone structures, right?
yeah, no, I've
You're
been
talking about
God.
Atlantis. I thought you meant Atlanta. I said, no, Atlantis in Georgia.
Atlantis.
That's where Corn Pop was from, Atlanta.
Atlantis, real. I've been there.
You know, he says Atlantis isn't real. Oh man, wow.
No, Atlantis is definitely real.
You're following nothing but a story like the lost city of Atlantis. Atlantis is not real. I'm talking the real historical one that is lost.
How can it? You said it wasn't real above.
How can it
and
not
then
be
you-
real, but
and-
be historical one that was lost? How does
think-
that work?
I think Warsaw needs to stop smoking the funny weed. That's what I think.
Well,
The wacky weed.
I'm not going to speculate. I won't speculate.
Oh, I can speculate.
I
That's
will
what we
let you
do.
speculate for me.
I'm a contractor. That's all we do. Speculate.
Exactly. That's exactly why I am delegating all authority on that to you, Tony. Because
That's what life is all about. Speculating.
speculating and delegating.
If you only concentrated on what we actually knew, you would be very bored.
You, really.
Well, I got some UFO books here, Tony. I can donate them to you when I come over and visit.
You know, I got a couple books on Atlantis. You know, we could go over those too.
Who was it? Was it Plato or who was it that wrote
It was
about
Plato.
Atlantis?
Plato wrote about Atlantis because apparently the
I guess-
Egyptians,
I guess you think
had contact
Plato's not
with-
real too. Also,
You know,
Warsaw, right?
Plato wasn't real. The Egyptians, the ancient Egypt weren't real. The mummies aren't real.
The ancient Greeks weren't real.
The pyramids aren't real out in Egypt. They're just the figment of everyone's imagination.
They're holograms.
The
What
Sphinx
about
isn't
leprechauns?
real either, right? Right, Tony?
That's it.
What about leprechauns? We got one
They're
here.
all speculation.
No. See, leprechauns are real, and the reason I know they're real is because how else do you explain Clovertac?
That's how it is at Clover Tag, yeah.
You know, Clovertac has even said he's an Henri Texan leprechaun.
He's a fake leprechaun.
Actually, if you met him in real person, you think he's an actual leprechaun as short as he is.
We even have our own ghost. Also. So ghosts are real.
Yeah, you got Ghost Tactical exactly. Yeah, you got Ghost Shadow in the chat.
So, all right. Now that we're off of the whole Atlantis and UFO thing, anybody else got a topic to talk about?
See, everything else is boring.
Everything else is boring.
Right.
That's why we were talking about it. But
Yeah.
no,
We could
can't
talk about Poland during the Dark Ages.
Oh no, we have to talk about them during World War II.
That's cool. During the Dark Ages.
Oh, I'm sorry, they're still in the Dark Ages. I forgot.
Ooh.
Oh.
Harsh.
Oh, come on. They've had mirrors for at least 3 months now.
It's a newfangled thing.
Do your thing, you know. It's not just a fad.
All right. Come on. Let's
You just made me think of that movie. Did you say Mirrors?
Yeah.
Oh, you just made me flash back to that movie, The Mutiny on the Bounty. One of my favorite movies of all time. Have y'all ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's a classic.
There's a couple of different versions of it.
The old one.
The old one with Trevor Howard, and then you've got the newer one with Anthony Hopkins and Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
actually, I like the Anthony Hopkins and Mel Gibson one.
I like the character of Anthony Hopkins in that one. He does play some good people.
He does really good. He does. He's an excellent. I love him. I love him as an actor. He's really good.
Yep.
Mel Gibson did a surprisingly good job in that movie.
Yeah.
But you reminded me of that, George. Whenever did he leave?
Oh, George's still here.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still here.
That's weird on the YouTube side. I must be looking at a different hangout on the YouTube side because it only shows 3 of us.
You must be far back because I'm looking at it. It says you're.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Yeah,
holy cow! Wow, I'm living in the past.
You're living in the past, man. Congratulations.
What was I saying? Oh, you said something about a mirror and
yeah, I said about mirrors because I got that from when they were promoting the Borat 2. This guy that was who had a YouTube channel. He was interviewing the guy and he was acting as Borat and he was like, "Oh, you have such a nice house. It's big and stuff." And then he's like, "Whoa!" You know, so it's like, "Oh, I thought it was my twin brother." You know. I know it's a mirror. He's like, "I know it's a mirror. We've had this in Pakistan for at least 3 months now." You know. Like, 3 months. Yeah.
3 months. Well, there you go.
In the Mutiny on the Bounty, they take Anthony Hopkins takes a mirror to the king of the South Pacific island. I forgot the name of the islands. That they
Tahiti.
Oh, that's right. It was Tahiti. Yeah.
When they first found Tahiti.
You've been there, haven't you, Richard?
No, I haven't been there.
Oh, I thought you haven't been to Jamaica.
It's on the other. Tahiti's on the other side of the world to Jamaica.
Tahiti
is in the Pacific.
That's right. It's the South Pacific, isn't it?
Yeah, not Jamaica.
That's right. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Puerto Rico. Freaking A, man.
Puerto Rico.
Wrong one.
Yeah, well, at least it's an island.
What freaking map are you using?
It's been a long day. It's the one in my head. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I know where New Zealand is.
Might be the same map what Biden was using.
Hmm?
It might be the same map what Biden was using. He didn't know where the Taliban was.
I read an article today. The Northern Resistance said they had taken out some of the Taliban. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I sent you an email about that as well.
Oh, that's the article I'm talking about. Thank you.
Yeah,
I like the story. I like the stories you're saying, but I don't like Yahoo. I wish you had a different.
Yeah, no. I just what it is. I just go on Google. Google is all right when you're trying to find something, but certain things don't come up. So I used to have like Yahoo email, but I still use it for searching because you can type whatever in there and it will come up. It will come up with more images and stuff when you're trying to look up stuff. So each time I look on it just comes up with all the headline news, but it's headline news. It's not just their news; it's from different newspapers and everything else as well.
Every time I go to Yahoo, they want me to for some reason redo the cookies. And there's all these advertisements. It's just nuts.
Yeah, I don't bother with it.
Yeah. But I've had a Yahoo. I don't use it, but I've had it for like 30 years. When did Yahoo come out?
Oh, years ago.
90s.
Yeah, I remember getting that. I was really excited. I got a Yahoo email address.
I remember their old commercials. Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
But that one that one about that British soldier that was trying to get out of Afghanistan. That is that story was, I think it was from the Telegraph newspaper here. And then that wind turbine one that I sent you yesterday of the wind turbine. You saw that one, didn't you?
I'm not sure if I read it. I remember seeing it.
video with a truck stuck on the railway line. Somewhere in America.
The Northern Resistance. They're calling.
Oh
themselves,
yeah.
They're calling themselves the Second Resistance now.
Yeah, because originally that was run by his father, who was killed by Osama bin Laden on about the beginning of September, about 2 or 3 days before 9/11.
Yeah.
Right. And because his father was trying to warn us, there is something coming. If they kill me, it's definitely coming soon. And then boom. And what they did, they sent bin Laden and the Taliban. They sent in a couple of supposedly they were journalists from another country. With fake ID. So then we want to interview this great, what they call the Lion of Peshawar, because he fought off the Russians and the Taliban at the same time. So they obviously went in for the interview, and they weren't who they say they were. They were suicide bombers, you know. So he was killed, and he is in a tomb up in that stronghold where they are now. There is a tomb of him. Because I saw pictures of that the other day when I was doing a bit of research on the subject.
And Shear or something like that?
Yeah. So the leader of it now is his son, because the second in command was killed by the Taliban in another suicide bombing after when we arrived there, you know. So it's his son, and his son has been educated in the UK. If you Wikipedia him or whatever, he is an intelligent bloke.
Trained by the CIA.
No, well, he's probably got contacts with the CIA.
More like the SAS.
Yeah, he's been. Well, what happened was in the 1980s when the CIA and others were teaching them, you can shoot down these Russian helicopters with Stinger missiles.
Yeah.
So then after that, we wanted parts from those Russian helicopters, and the Northern Alliance were the people that helped. Both the SAS and members of Delta Force, I believe, or it might have just been the CIA. They went in, made contact with them, and then went to the crash sites where these Russian helicopters were, recovered what parts, and then made it back to the UK and America. So they've always been on our side. They're more moderate they're more like the Kurds are against ISIS. You know, they just want their own little piece of independent Afghanistan. You know. They're not like these strict. They're not against women, and they're not not against.
They're more like, I guess, the Shia than the Sunni or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
They're more like Kuwaitis than they are other stuff. They want to be friends with. So. And they have got the country north of them. Tajikistan or whatever it is, they are allies with them as well, so they might get some help, but it depends because they're landlocked. The problem is they're now surrounded by the Taliban. It's getting.
What country was it that didn't allow them entry? The Afghans. What I didn't get that out of that article you sent.
Yeah, I don't know because I know some of them have been trying to cross into Pakistan, and they've been scammed. As soon as they cross the border, they'd ask for a lot of money, so then they're stuck. But that was a different story. But I don't know.
I got the impression it was like Uzbekistan or something like that.
Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, because Uzbekistan is where they flew a load of the Afghan Air Force aircraft the other day.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They went north because that's where the resistance is.
Because I don't know exactly where he was when the Taliban were taking over the place. You know, because he had. His staff with him. It says in that article what they're to do with. But yeah, it doesn't look good for him at the moment. Because especially when the Taliban more likely already know he's ex-military police, so it's not looking good for him at the moment.
How's everybody?
Not too bad.
Who's that? Hey, it's Warsaw. How's it going, buddy?
Going good.
Awesome.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not saying Atlantis doesn't exist until we actually find it in the ocean. Then we'll make an actual, figure that it actually exists.
There is a lot of lost cities in the Mediterranean that got swallowed up by earthquake and whatever. So
I mean, I think people make selections about their opinions based on what they believe personally. Because when you had somebody like Plato write about Atlantis, and he also wrote about other historical things that have already been proven. You just selectively choose what you believe and what you don't believe.
No, this is fact. Because listen to me, Tony. Hear me out. I mean, yes, we probably haven't seen a lot of stuff in outer space, but you have to admit there's probably more unsearched stuff that we haven't seen in the ocean compared to outer space.
Yeah.
That's true. That's actually, I believe, I agree with that.
We know more about the moon and Mars than what we do under the sea.
Yeah. That's what you get when 2/3 of your planet is covered by water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pressure and all the rest of it.
And when you have gullies deeper than Mount Everest.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, here's a crazy thought, Tony. You heard of the megalodon?
Are you talking about like the ancient elephants?
No, the big ass shark that's bigger than a.
Oh, the megalodon. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with my honesty, and I can and Night Strike can vouch for this. It's either my headphones or his. Does everything sound normal to you?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to get new headphones because
No,
everything sounds like it's.
Yeah, that's what I hate about headphones. Depending on what kind you use, sometimes they're good for a while and then they start messing up on you. My nephew goes through a bunch of headphones every so many months, my brother's like, dang it, I just bought those. No, you need another pair? He goes, yeah.
I think we've got a skeleton of a megalodon here in our aquarium, I think.
No, but here's the thing. If people think and theorize that thing actually still exists in our oceans, I'm like, dude, those things are dead. I don't think either one of those would actually still be alive.
Wouldn't they be in the deep, deep ocean?
Well, but we're discovering things in the ocean all the time that we didn't know existed. New species,
Just like in the Meg,
How many times you could do a Google search right now of say something we thought was extinct, we found, right? And I just read an article, a week ago about some species of some animal we thought was extinct, but it was still around.
Loch Ness Monster. Oh, Nessie.
Yeah, but where's the body? That's the thing. There's no body that they've actually found.
Yeah, it's very elusive,
It's all about, altered video footage that people can keep popping out everywhere.
That is true, man. Very true.
And I mean, unless I'm seeing a physical body, then I'll believe it.
Yeah, right. There's got to be like evidence of some kind. Kind of like Bigfoot. All you see is like marked grounds on the feet on the feet.
Here's one example. Oh, sorry, George. Go ahead.
Oh, I meant to say you only see like feet marks on the ground.
That's an
feces,
That's an II you're talking about.
Yeah. Believed to be extinct, only to find that they were still alive.
Mm.
So, I mean, you could have a big ass shark in the ocean,
Yeah, but I don't want to be swimming in the ocean with that thing. Come on.
We got about the giant squids, man. Like they always have pictures and oh, look at this big squid, and where'd it come from, They always say, got to be in the deep ocean, It just comes out in the shallow and then it disappears.
Wonder what Night Strike thinks on that.
I'd like to talk about it, but unfortunately, I muted myself and I was talking the whole damn time and nobody heard a damn thing I said.
That worked out pretty good for us.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, but
great
seriously though, what are your thoughts on a megalodon?
Okay, my thoughts on a megalodon, the same thoughts that they thought about the kraken. Okay, giant squid. They thought they didn't exist, and then they looked in like deeper parts of the ocean, and guess what they found?
Mm-hmm.
They found giant squid, real living ones, and they brought back video proof.
Yeah, but here's the question: has a squid, like a giant squid, ever attacked a boat though in historical times? That's the thing. I've never seen anything attack like a ship in our time.
I don't know. Were you around in historical times?
Yeah.
Was I around in historical times?
And we didn't have cameras back
No,
then either.
I know Tony's getting up there, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't around in historical times either.
I'm a
Yeah,
young,
but
I'm a
like,
young
look,
tot compared to Biden. Okay.
Yeah, but who's going to
Right,
report?
I've been in
Tony
medieval times.
makes Biden look old as dirt. Okay, so my point is, we don't know if they might have attacked wooden ships just because they were smaller and slower than ships today.
Yeah,
but they may not attack the ships today because they're so damn large.
They're also some of the most curious, animals in the ocean. So they'll just climb up on something just to figure out what it is, too, right? They're not necessarily attacking it.
Yeah, squids are very inquisitive, and they'll test you by. Oh, what's going on?
Daniel says $2 super chat. Night Strike predates time. No, I do not. Nice try.
His spirit predates time.
My spirit might predate time.
Your soul.
But my body does not.
Right, I'm back.
We're just back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I got cut off. The Wi-Fi failed.
Yeah, it happens, man.
Well, then
you need 5G.
You got to call the Queen for technical support.
Did y'all read about Chinese figuring out how to hack the 5G and spy on our military?
Yeah, I think the Chinese CIA got me.
The Chinese CIA got me.
I shut the computer down and fired it back up and it's come back.
No, I read something about that the other day.
Really?
The Chinese CIA.
5G, let's see, 5G military networks. There was an article. I'll have to find it. They were talking about security issues with 5G in the military. 5G can drive military.
Yeah. Wow. That's why I didn't buy a Chinese cell phone.
There's a military. What is it? There's a military publication that I get because I knew that Chief Don, he sent it.
Military Time?
What was it?
Military Time?
No, let me look it up. It's like the situation room or something like that. Situation report. Let's see. I think that's what it was. I'll have to go look it up. Dang it. Don't you hate when you quote something and you can't find it?
Yeah, nabbit.
Definitely.
CIA director met with Taliban, blah, blah, blah.
Alabama, blah, 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 blah.
They had a secret meeting the other day, but everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
It's not like the way the adults talk in the Peanuts and cartoons, Drone
strike takes out ISIS-K planner.
Yeah, funnily, they knew who planned that just after the bombing happened, but they didn't do anything about it beforehand.
Now here's a question, Tony. You ever seen the movie Failsafe?
Yeah, remind me what it's about though, because I watch like 2 movies a night. Or what? Failsafe. Let me go look at it. Right
Basically,
quick.
It was a Cold War film where the Americans were literally had an altercation with their equipment and it failed, and basically it was a technical error, and basically they got a message saying, "Hey, we're going to war with Russia," and they're actually literally going to bomb the Soviet government, and they actually the Air Force was literally telling them to recall them and tell them to stop, and they couldn't do anything about it, and they were going to bomb the crap out of their bombers to stop it or prevent an actual conflict.
Wasn't that? No, I'm not even going to bring it up.
Wow, thanks, Tony. That's real informative. Thank you.
There was one incident with them. This is not the same one. There was one incident with the the Soviet Union. This is a documented case. The Soviets even admitted to it, where their nuke readiness alarm went off, and basically was getting ready to launch. I need to go look this up again. For a minute, I thought you were talking about that.
There's one that happened around about 1980 where the radar said there was an incoming attack, so they put their forces on nuclear alert.
Yeah, and there was a story about that. There was a movie about the Russian guy who stopped the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's a different one. Then there was one.
Are you talking about the one that's off the coast of Hawaii, Tony?
I don't know. I just remember there was a movie about a Russian general who stopped a full-on attack on America because he thought that it was a glitch, because they couldn't verify, because they had their satellites trying to verify incoming ICBMs, right, from America. Mm-hmm. And he deducted that since they couldn't, well, it was kind of an easy deduction, but since he couldn't verify the ICBMs, he called off the counterstrike, the counterattack. But they were like 2 seconds away from launching. We were like 2 seconds away from the nuclear war.
Because there's one that was off the coast of Hawaii where a Soviet sub was about to launch a nuke, but the captain of that sub actually detonated the nuke inside the submarine and actually exploded the whole sub because there was 2 KGB agents that went rogue and actually was going against Moscow's orders.
Is that the Russian nuclear sub that was sunk?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I remember that story. Yeah. I don't remember the name of that. It started with a K or what was it? What was the name of that?
K-131.
Yeah, and they just recently went back, didn't they? And they not too long ago and got the bodies out.
The CIA basically gave the Soviets proper grave and burial.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago, though, right?
No, it was during the 90s or 80s, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was just recently. There was a story about that.
Yep.
But
yeah, I was gonna say I've seen the final conflict, but I knew it wasn't it because it was that just aircraft carrier that went back into World War II. Actually, pre-World War II.
there's also the movie The Last Century, or the either movie or book. It's called The Last Century. It's it's basically the story that inspired the Hunt for the Red October, where apparently a Soviet nuclear powered Soviet destroyer, or it might have been it might be something a little bigger than a destroyer, like one of their other, like a frigate or something, went rogue, and they were against the ruling party because the ruling party, Communist Party at that point in time in the 70s, had gotten really corrupt, and they basically took the ship and went rogue, and then the rest of the Russian Navy went and got, or Soviet Navy went and got them and brought them back and executed them.
Oh man.
Yep.
There's also another movie. It's you heard of The Wolf's Call?
I haven't heard that one.
It's on Netflix, but basically,
yeah, I think I saw that one.
Yeah, basically there's some French naval vessel. Basically, it's a sub. It's down there, and there's a sub that they thought was a Soviet era sub because it's different, making different pitches, and they figured, what sub is this? And sure enough, it's Soviet by origin, but they figured out it's actually affiliation with Iranians, and they actually thought that it was actually them actually launching a nuclear missile anthem, but it was actually a dud, and the French actually launched the next one nuclear missile in one of their subs, and they actually had to shoot their own men to actually prevent it. And what that started it was there was Iranians inside the submarine of the Soviet one, and it was actually what's the word, Islamic jihadists is what they were.
Jihadists, yeah.
I saw Ghost Shadow talking about the 5G thing, so I found the article that I was reading that's talking about special operators are already dealing with a shady piece of Chinese technology that the U.S. has been warning about. It's a
TikTok.
That's in the Insider. That I put the link in the chat.
Yeah, but it's next Eric Swalwell being with a Chinese woman.
Mm-hmm.
No, but nice, Rick. What do you think of that, by the way?
Of what?
Of the movie Wolf's Call, just by me telling you. As far as if a freaking Islamic jihadist.
I might go watch it.
No, think about it. If a freaking ISIS-K or anybody gets their hands on a nuclear sub, That's
screwed.
concerning. Yeah, that's concerning.
screwed.
Think about it.
Everybody in the world is
If
screwed.
who got their hands on a nuclear sub,
ISIS or even the
they wouldn't
Taliban.
know how to even float the thing. Okay, good lord.
A nuclear warhead, though, that's the last thing they need in their hands, dude.
Well, they wouldn't have a nuclear warhead. They
Have you
would
seen? Have
They
you
would
ever
have
seen?
enough material to make a dirty bomb. That's
What was that? What's the guy? What's the YouTuber that does the Smarter Every Day? They let him on a nuclear sub, and it is freaking complicated, man. You got to go watch the video.
Yeah,
they actually let him film some of it, of the inside of it.
But you got to remember this: it's an American sub. A Russian sub might be easier.
Soviet era.
Right. Right.
Because remember, Tony, the Soviets are all about if it's simple, don't fix it. Whereas America, let's make things overly complicated as it doesn't need to be.
If there's anything that's going to have security measures, it's going to be a nuclear submarine.
Like NASA spent about $10 million trying to work out how to make a pen work in space, and Russia
where the Russians just use the pencil.
Fucking make a pencil.
They just put a little pump on it.
Yeah.
It's really even concerning if we had space warfare.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be in outer space.
I'm sure we've already experimented with it with somebody.
Space forward.
We probably have.
We probably had space. What do you call them? Maneuvers.
Space ISIS.
We had what they call it?
Space aids.
Space war games.
Space war games. Thank you. That's
Space
what
sports.
Exercises. Space exercises.
I don't want.
It's like that one show that Matt was talking a show about them being in the moon or Mars or something, and then you had like the Russians
Are you guys there
attacking the U.S. and stuff.
Are you guys there still?
Yeah,
we are. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my connection's getting all wonky. So
weird.
It changed color a bit.
Oh, we know it's pizza time. Okay, don't be giving us that
no, I already
connection
ate dinner.
thing.
I ate dinner earlier.
This is ground control to Major Tom.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'd rather hear you try to sing in Russian than English.
Oh, I know a little bit of Russian. I don't know a lot.
He knows more Russian than he does Polish.
Not really. Come on.
Well, you can actually speak Russian, whereas to say something in Polish, you always just bring up Google Translate and have it do it for you.
So yeah, GhostShat is saying that hack is in the hardware, and obviously that's why we shouldn't be buying Chinese tech for military training. You wouldn't think we would. Yeah. It depends on how many congressmen have had dates with Chinese girl spies,
Like Swalwell.
Russian.
Yeah.
We know if they're hot,
I know.
Well, they don't pick ugly spies.
Right.
You don't think with your regular head,
You'd be like, no, thank you. I don't really want to get involved with your spying. Right? If they're ugly.
Tony, are you really gonna turn down a hot spy chick?
I would pretend like I was going to cooperate, and then I would change my mind after the deed was done.
Hey, nice right.
I didn't say aid. I just said, are you going to say yes or no? Totally different story.
I'll turn it down.
This is a trick question.
It's a trick question, Warsaw. That's the point.
I would never spy on my country.
Neither would I.
No.
Well,
there's no woman that's worth that kind of thing.
No.
I can honestly say that after 2 wives. I can honestly say there's no woman worth that.
I wouldn't even date a Russian spy. I wouldn't even date a Russian spy.
What if she offered you a shiny new AK?
Yeah, because she would slip you a plutonium pill the next time she saw you.
Yeah, she would.
Why, give him my allegiance to
Palladium
America
or
for a
whatever.
Russian AK?
Yep.
I'd rather
Shoot
die.
you with one of those little ice darts they got.
I'd rather die than get my hands to a freaking gold AK.
I didn't say anything about golden AKs. So, is there
It's a
anything
trophy.
you want to tell us?
You could melt it down, Warsaw.
No, I'm saying anything, trophy, platinum, wherever. It doesn't matter. I'm not giving my allegiance up.
No, I am not in the pocket of Big China, Daniel. I was making a joke.
He wants a rebate on all his super chats.
Is there any little China like Kurt Russell?
You know, Russians
Okay,
really. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Go Shadow says that Arnson Tony, when my dad was at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, had fighters scramble from pilot joking. He said flight of Bravo, India, Romeo, Delta, Sierra was approaching the base. Birds.
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 Yeah. That's funny.
Birds were approaching the base. That was a joke.
Although the bird strike can take out a plane, so
Bird
gotta be
strike.
careful.
Yep, they can. They can.
1911 can blow up a tank as well.
Well, maybe sometime.
What movie was that, by the way? Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
No, that was an illusion, optical illusion. He fired the gun, and then the
He fired the gun.
planes
like
took
that,
it out.
You know, like that sniper shot, the bullet
Hey,
went down the
Daniel,
went down the
I
barrel.
didn't show you any evidence of me betraying my country or being in the pocket of Big China. I just showed you evidence that I had bought guns.
It
that were
didn't go
made
down
in
the
China.
barrel; it went through the scope.
Quit fucking.
Yeah, no. In that when Tom Hanks blew up that Tiger tank, the 45 ACP went down the barrel of the 88
No,
millimeter.
the planes dropped a bomb on it, and he thought he shot it.
You didn't see the bombs off the
Nice
plane,
try.
and
Nice
they
try.
were fighter planes, not bombers either.
Nice try.
Didn't they have those small, 200-pounders or
Warsaw,
whatever?
just go out and
mounted
say
on
it.
Yeah, but they weren't in the film, were they? So it looks like Tom. It looks like he blew up the tank in
All right, you
1911.
know what? Forget it. We're done here. We're done. We're moving on.
Quit buying stuff from China and Night Strike.
We're going to greener pastures. How
You
about I go?
you can't buy anything that's not made in China. That's the problem.
It's
Yeah,
either
He's got
China or Turkey these days.
He's got like 3 Chinese-made guns. I know.
That's different.
Specifically rifles, by the way.
He just must be horny on his Chinese AKs, I guess.
There's only so many electronic devices in a rifle. Okay.
Now, I couldn't get a Chinese Type 56, assault rifle. So
You can't
Although
even
you
get a
might
Type
want
81.
to X-ray the butt for like hollow spaces. They might have trackers in there.
Night Strike.
Chips.
Night Strike. You couldn't even get a Type 81.
I couldn't even get a Type 81. No, I couldn't. So with that, I have bought Chinese rifles, but I am not in the pocket of Big China. I wish I was, because then I'd be richer than I am.
You'd be buying a Chinese Tokarev by then.
I don't want a Tokarev, but
You want the whole collection of shebangs. Might as well buy it.
I don't want a Chinese gun collection. That just sounds wrong.
You got 2 of them at least.
But those Chinese guns were brought into the US before you owned them anyway, so it's not your fault.
Yeah, they were in the country before I got them.
You haven't got them from the back door.
You just financially supported the whole thing by
No,
buying
I
them.
didn't financially support anyone.
Yes, you did.
I bought them secondhand.
Yeah. So someone else has already given the money to
That's
China.
even worse. That means there was profit twice
I
on
was
it.
just giving that person their money back.
At least you didn't buy them from Bosnia or Albania.
Well, there you go.
Iran's buying all that equipment from the Taliban.
At least I didn't buy Polish guns, right, Tony?
Oh, there you go.
Polish.
Yep, Polish guns.
And
All right.
Chi-Com guns.
Yeah, I bought Chinese guns. All right, I'm sorry. I made lapse in judgment. I didn't want to pay $2,000 for a 308 rifle.
You need to
I only
get a
wanted to spend
magnifying
one.
glass and burn CCP on the side of it.
I mean,
Tony,
High five, man.
watch
That's
it, or I
funny.
will send you a tinfoil hat for your UFO chat.
Oh, get off your soapbox. You're the one that's holding 2 Chinese rifles. I'm not.
At Night Strike, he doesn't want a toke. But if one fell into his lap from Big China, he wouldn't turn it down. Yes, I actually would. I would not fire that one. I would turn a Tokarev down. I do not want a Tokarev. Because I can't find ammo for it right now.
You know they also have 9mm versions, right?
No, you can't have a 9mm Tokarev. That's
just wrong.
That's just wrong.
No, it's not.
It's like having a 22 version of an AR. Or something.
Do you want to? No, I mean, do you want to keep buying another caliber?
Ghost Shadow came up with a better joke.
There's
At
nothing
Night
wrong with
Strike,
22.
Hey, now you can buy American-made military firearms equipment from the Taliban.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of it's going to Iran.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like the night vision and everything they're shipping over to Iran.
We don't have an import ban on Iran weapons,
so they can. Yeah, but there's a big.
There's a big no-no on Iran. Period.
Now here's a question. Tony, would you buy a brand new production Tokarev made in Pakistan?
No.
Probably not. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it.
Because it's not made in Pakistan. It's probably made in Khyber Pass.
Or Dara Arms. Yeah. I've seen their stuff they make, though. It's pretty impressive.
Turkey
I would not buy a
probably
Khyber Pass gun, period.
What, they cheaply weld it and make it, hey, here's a piece of metal?
Yeah, here's a piece of metal. Don't let it blow up your hand. So.
And they're making full auto Tokarevs over there.
Well, good for them. They can use them.
Good lord.
Yeah, and next, it could explode on them.
Can you imagine the cycle rate on a 7.62 by 25?
You know what? Here, I'm actually gonna send Night Strike a video.
I'm not showing it.
Please.
Not tonight, no.
Please, I want to show Tony.
Not tonight, no.
What is it?
Show it in the side chat here.
What is it?
Here, I'll show it to him. Here. The Tokarev with the long stick mag and it's full auto.
Post it in the side chat.
So it's a Pakistani copy of a Glock 18.
And it has a long ass stick mag.
Pakistani copy of a Chinese gun. Or Russian.
I see nothing.
I see nothing either.
Hold up.
I see nothing.
I see nothing. No, nothing. I see nothing.
I hear an echo, but I see nothing.
There.
That's it.
There it is.
Why is Not Strike trying to keep you from posting? I still don't see it. Oh, you put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in that. Hang on.
I thought you were going to put it in the side chat.
Yeah, he was supposed to.
Oh, that's funny. I thought you said it was full auto.
It is full auto.
Oh my god. That thing's going to fly apart. That thing won't last very long.
Here's another one.
I bet you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with that thing.
You would if he had a brace.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to keep the recoil on that thing.
I shot a Glock 18 one time, and they're hard enough to hold on target.
Oh my god, that gun is awful.
Muzzle flash.
Full auto toke. Oh my god, that's awful.
It's not that bad.
It is not bad.
The muzzle flash on that second video is great.
Look, it's even gangsta style. He's holding it gangsta style.
Here, this guy did it.
That muzzle flash is.
Yeah,
It's like
that second guy didn't get,
backfiring.
that second guy didn't get the Stendo Max.
Here's another one. That's the last one I will show.
Let's see.
This guy held it like a boss.
Oh, yeah, you get to be a bit more professional with later.
These are all Khyber Pass guns, more likely.
In Pakistan, we make good Tokarev.
Mm.
In Pakistan, we make good AK.
The video I like is that RPG fishing one with the Canadian Special Forces, and they're working with like some Afghans, and they go, "Oh, we're going to get a fish to eat," and they use an RPG and fire it into this lake and get this catfish. But they like the music is Smoking Their Bandit, and it's quite funny.
Wow. I don't care who you are. You can't use that thing in my pond.
But yeah, it's I'll point out.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna kill it. So we'll be back tomorrow for more hijinks and talk about my Chinese guns.
I thought you were going to say your Chinese girlfriend.
And we'll also talk about Warsaw's bad Russian.
I almost wasn't paying attention. I thought I swore I heard you say Chinese nuns.
No, there's no such thing as a Chinese nun.
Hey, nice trick.
No, Warsaw, we're not going.
I don't speak Russian.
You speak more Russian than you do Polish.
I am Polish, and I do speak Polish. All right.
All right. With that, we'll see you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow for more hijinks. So stay tuned for that. And then we'll be back for Hit or Miss Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. No fringes. No fringes.
No fringes. Get your haircut.
Shall not pee in fridge.
Daniel says he's only coming back for his $4. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. You're so helpful. Thank you.
Happy Every Second Matters Day.
Happy Every Second Matters, and we'll see you guys.
On the next.
See you guys later. So take it easy.
Y'all come back now, yeah?
How do I turn this damn thing off?
I know. Wasn't it the green button?
With a hammer. Jeremy Clarkson said you got to use a hammer.
Yeah, you gotta use a hammer. And also Felicia's got my pot. Give them the bird and yeah.
I put that fishing video in the chat for you.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios, mi amigos.